Welcome to the Tasmanian 2022 PIA Awards for Planning Excellence. My name is Claire and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to be your convener for the Tasmanian Awards presentation this year. Welcome to our PIA members, fellows, life members and honorary fellows who have joined us. We wish to recognise your ongoing contribution to the profession and to PIA. I would like to acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples as the first inhabitants of the nation and the traditional custodians of the lands and waters where we live, learn and work. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands from which you have joined us from. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and the elders from other communities who are online with us. PIA celebrates your ongoing culture and deep connection to land and waters. I'm very excited to celebrate planning achievements in Tasmania. Irene Duckett, Tom O'Connor and I had the privilege to consider and judge the nominations this year. We considered each of the nominations carefully against the criteria of the category. I'd like to thank Irene and Tom for their assistance and contributions this year. The PIA Awards for Planning Excellence in Tasmania is an opportunity for us to share achievements, advance the planning profession, and celebrate the value planning brings to communities. It's a chance to recognise individuals and organisations who showcase leading practice across a range of planning disciplines. It's also a great way to promote planning success stories and show the community exactly why planning matters. It is my pleasure to introduce the Deputy Premier and Minister for Planning, Michael Ferguson, to say a few words.
As Tasmania's Minister for Planning, welcome to everyone to tonight's Tasmanian Awards for Planning Excellence for 2022. I want to thank the Institute here in Tasmania for the opportunity to say a few words, and of course I'm going to start by congratulating every nominee across every award category for what you've been doing in our state, and in particular your contributions to the planning profession and your own colleagues throughout this year. And that's why these awards are on. They are recognising the value of planning in our community, also for our industries and for our environment, and the importance of this profession to help guide appropriate use and development across our state into the future. I understand that all recipients of a state award tonight will then go on to represent our beautiful state at the National Awards for Planning Excellence next year. And with that in mind, I would like to congratulate the City of Hobart's City Innovation Division, who after winning a state award last year, then took out the National Award in the category of Technology and Digital Innovation for that exciting work in the Smarter Hobart Challenge around bus shelters and digital design. And from a state government perspective, we are working together right across the board, whether it's state entities, or local government. And I believe the next 12 months promises to be an exciting year for planning, with several significant reforms coming to completion or reaching milestones. And so by the end of this year, we expect that 21 out of 29 councils will have their LPSs in place, and the others progressively coming online throughout the first half of next year. Giddy up to those other 8. Soon, every other council across our state will be operating under the same set of planning rules, which will make things simpler and more certain for everyone involved. And I mean councils, planners, developers, and of course our grassroots communities. This is about promoting consistency in decision making. And on top of that, by the end of this year, we expect to submit the full suite of the draft Tasmanian planning policies to the Commission for their consideration. And we expect that they'll be made and in effect by the middle of next year, providing that high-level strategic guidance that our planning system does need. And after doing that, once the TPPs are in place, we'll be then really able to kick off the comprehensive reviews of our regional land use strategies and build on all that preparatory work that's been done across our state so that we can get those frameworks right for sustainable growth for settlements and industries right across our state. With one set of planning rules in place giving effect to high-level and agreed strategic objectives, I honestly believe that our land use planning system will be the envy of the nation. Others will surely follow. Ours will be the simplest, the most consistent, and the most efficient, and isn't that just exactly what our community deserves? So as I close, I really want to just again say thank you for this chance to speak tonight, but most importantly, congratulations to every nominee, congratulations to the winners, and all the best to enjoy the evening ahead. Good night.
And now I'd like to commence the 2022 Tasmanian Awards ceremony with our first category, Strategic Planning. This award recognises an outstanding strategic planning project, which includes regional plans, structure plans, master plans, infrastructure plans, planning schemes, and similar. In this category, the judges have awarded one award. The award goes to the new Bridgewater Bridge project by the Department of State Growth. The replacement of significant infrastructure servicing the major highway linking north and south of Tasmania at Bridgewater Bridge required significant strategic thinking. The project is the largest ever investment in a single transport infrastructure project in Tasmania's history and has the potential to provide significant benefit to commuters and the communities which it links. The project spans 3 municipalities, multiple tenures, and significant cultural and natural values. In 2020, it was determined that the application would seek planning approval through the yet-to-be-established major projects pathway, which provided an opportunity to allow for the consideration of innovation and strategic thinking in the assessment process. The pathway provided for the creation of what was effectively a new planning scheme under which the project was to be assessed, providing for flexibility in the design process to meet the assessment process. The use of the major projects pathway allowed for a great breadth of coordinated regulator input, and this resulted in conditions that provide flexibility for a community-based development approach into the future. Congratulations to the new Bridgewater Bridge project team for winning this award. I would now like to invite the Tasmanian Division President of PIA, Mick Purvis, to say a few words.
Thank you, Claire. Today we celebrate the achievements of our colleagues for the 2022 Planning Awards for Excellence. To quote our CEO, David Williams, from a few years ago, leadership in the face of adversity is something to be acknowledged and applauded. The last few years have certainly been difficult, but positive things come from the resilience and tenacity that planning and planners require. We've had ongoing planning reform programs, higher levels of planning applications and proposals, and an increasing public awareness and expectation of the planning system. I would like to thank the work that all of you have done in keeping the planning system and the wider development industry going over the last 12 months. The award winners from each state go to the national awards the following year, so it will be interesting to see how our winners from today's event go in the 2023 National Awards. I'd like to thank everyone who nominated projects for this event. The awards process is not easy, so on behalf of all of you, I would like to thank the awards convener, Claire Fordry, and the judging panel for making this event happen. While we're celebrating the efforts of our members, I would also like to recognise the establishment of the Women's Planning Network in Tasmania. In particular, the efforts of Emma Riley in setting the network up, Rachel Hubie in taking the convener's role, and all who have made the network a reality in Tasmania. The President has the ability each year to grant an award to a member who has gone above and beyond and who exemplifies the values of the Institute. Joe Oliver organised the first Women's Planning Network retreat at Freycinet, which was a huge success in terms of attendance, the speakers and the work program. Joe, thank you for your initiative, drive and passion for championing this retreat, hopefully the first of many to come. I recognise your efforts by awarding you the 2022 President's Award. Congratulations. I remind all of you to consider nominating those special projects that you come across over the next year for the 2023 awards. Have a discussion with the proponent and the awards convener and see if you can put some nominations in for 2023. Now my part in this program is over. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, stay safe, and we'll see you in 2023.
Thanks, Mick, and congratulations to Joe. The next category is Young Planner of the Year Award. This award recognises a young planner who has made an outstanding contribution or achieved something significant. The award recognises a young planner who represents balanced qualities in advocating for emerging planning professionals, as well as high-quality planning outcomes in the workplace. This award recognises passion, integrity, involvement in the profession, achievements, and ability to act as a role model for the profession. In this category, the judges decided to award 1 commendation and 1 award. The commendation goes to Andreas Perez Roca. Andreas is a dedicated young planner who seeks to provide out-of-the-box solutions for his Brighton community. He has been actively involved with PIA since 2020 and is a member on various PIA committees. Andreas co-founded and served as the first president of the UTAS Planning Society, which is designed to be a bridge between students and planning professionals. Andreas is currently participating in the Tas Community Fund Emerging Community Leaders Program, is a mentor in the Career Foundation Mentoring Program, and has recently been elected to the Tasmania Divisional Committee. In doing so, Andreas has demonstrated initiative and that he is a role model for other emerging planning professionals. Andreas is willing to go above and beyond to achieve positive planning outcomes and is an active and conscientious PIA member. The panel has decided to award a commendation to Andreas in the Young Planner of the Year category. Congratulations, Andreas, on this achievement. And the Young Planner of the Year award goes to Bunfu Yu. Bunfu is an exceptional young professional with a particular passion for the planning and delivery of renewable energy infrastructure projects. Within her first 4 years as a practicing planner, Bunfu has gained experience in statutory, strategic and environmental planning, stakeholder engagement and project management. Through her current employment at Insura, Bunfu has been instrumental in the planning and delivery of a range of notable water, energy and electricity infrastructure projects across multiple jurisdictions and complex regulatory environments. In doing so, Bunfu has demonstrated her ability to skillfully adapt, innovate, lead and deliver. Through her ongoing involvement in multiple PIA committees and events, and as a guest lecturer at the University of Tasmania, Bunfu has proven to be an energetic and proactive contributor to the planning industry. It was clear to the panel that Bunfu has developed a considerable suite of planning skills and is personally committed to professional development and excellence. The panel concluded that Bunfu is an exemplar of PIA's values and a worthy recipient of the Young Planner of the Year award. Congratulations to Bunfu for your outstanding contribution to PIA and the planning profession.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Kate Booth, lead of the University of Tasmania's postgraduate planning program. 2022 has been a big year for the planning program at the university. Our Master of Planning, successfully reaccredited by PIA in 2021, is progressing at a rate of knots. The university's planning program is widely acknowledged as delivering cutting-edge planning training that is responsive to challenges like climate change and growing inequity. Our staff also contribute to global and national research on urgent issues like mitigating impacts of urban heat waves and the loss of access to insurance by many households in the face of escalating natural disasters. We can be confident that our students are well equipped for a career in planning in a changing world, be this in the private, government, or non-government sectors. Over the last couple of years, we've seen a significant change in our student cohort due to the pandemic, with more local students looking to study with us. And our students are in hot demand, both in Tasmania and on the mainland, with some great stories of students stepping straight out of study and into employment, or occasionally finishing their studies whilst juggling a new job. I've lost count of the good news stories regarding the employment of our graduates. This evening, I would like to commend two of these outstanding students. The first is Holly Thurston Doyle, who has just completed her graduate diploma in environmental planning. Holly has been working as a planner with PDA surveyors, engineers and planners, and she receives this year's commendation for the highest performing student to graduate with a graduate diploma of environmental planning. Well done, Holly. The second student up for commendation today is this year's winner of the Mike Shield Award. This award is named in honour of long-serving peer member and local planner, Mike Shield. It is awarded to the student graduating in the calendar year of the award with the best overall academic performance, and who is anticipated to be a resident in Tasmania in the year following the award. And the 2022 Mike Shield awardee is Mikala Fortina. Mikala has been working as a planner in Hobart with Irene Inc. and as a committee member with the Tasmanian Young Planners. Her success in planning comes from an interdisciplinary background through which she aims to contribute to and reimagine progressive and sustainable development for future generations. Congratulations, Mikala, as this year's winner of the Mike Shield Award. Thank you.
And now we must conclude the Tasmanian 2022 PIA Awards for Planning Excellence. Thank you to all who submitted nominations this year. We hope that more of you are encouraged to submit entries next year, and keep remembering that all of you make such a valuable contribution to the future of our state. We'd like to congratulate those who have been recognised for their positive impact to the planning profession this year. Thank you to Irene Duckett and Tom O'Connor for your assistance and participation on the judging panel this year, and to the PIA team for putting together this amazing production. I would like to thank you for joining me to celebrate planning at the Tasmanian 2022 PIA Awards for Planning Excellence. Thank you.